Hey ladies, welcome. So I wanted to show you today how to make stencils with laminating sheets and cutting mats from Dollar Tree. And then I have a clear laminating sheet here that I just ran through my laminator, and of course it's hard to see. I just did this one. It's just like a crackle stencil and it worked perfectly. I am using a deep cut blade, and then I had it go over twice. I set up a new setting and I set it at 185. It worked perfectly on the laminating sheet, so I wanted to test it. And then I did this little chicken before and it worked perfectly. I've used it actually on an envelope that I made. This is for my man's sister's recipe book that I'm making for her, and it worked perfectly. You do have to hold down this part here where the wing is because it kept moving because it's kind of flimsy. So I actually tried to put a piece of white paper in between, and it works, but I definitely don't recommend it on an intricate design like this because it took me forever to weave this. This one here, the crackle one, just most of it came off on the mat, and that doesn't happen with when you put the white paper in. It would probably work with something like the chicken or something less intricate, but I definitely don't recommend it for very intricate designs. I wanted to go ahead and show you how to do one, or how well it works, or if it works with a Dollar Tree cutting mat. We'll play with the settings. If it doesn't work with the way I have it set up now, we'll try it again with different settings. I'm gonna go ahead and get my design ready on Cricut Design Space, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So it didn't work. Still playing with the settings, but I went over it I think 6 times and it still didn't cut. And then I released it to reset the settings, but when I put it back in, it was off. So it's a fail. Yeah, I'll keep trying and see, like changing the settings and stuff. Maybe just do like a circle until I can figure it out. That way I'm not using so much of this stuff. I will keep working at it and I'll come back later and let you know how it went. Okay, so I went ahead and did just a test run to try to figure out pressure that I need. Cut through this and it worked, and this was at 350 with more pressure. Unfortunately on this one I forgot to do the more pressure, so that's probably why it didn't work. But yeah, this one was 350. And then I'm gonna try it again with 300 with more pressure. So these two both work. So I'm gonna get me another piece of this stuff and try again. I'll be back. Okay ladies, I'm back again. So I wanted to give the cutting mat from Dollar Tree one more try. Like the one I did the other day didn't work. I did do it again, and I just did it on the laminating sheet and it came out really cute. Of course you can't see it. And then I also did this one, which is just like a damask. Unfortunately I cut it off at the bottom, but that's okay. But I wanted to do a honeycomb. Yeah, let's go ahead and give this a try. Okay, I set up one called cutting mat, and then I have it set to cut 4 times just to make sure that it actually works. Like I said, this is thick material. Okay, so you see I have it set to cutting mat. That's the one I created. Like I said, then you change it to deep point blade and set it to more. And let me go ahead and show you all materials. And then I have the cutting mat, deep point blade, and then I forgot to hit save before. Like I went back in and looked at that. Okay, it's cutting. I figured I'd do the honeycomb one on the thicker mat like this because I'm sure it's one that I'll use more. And then I'm also going to do another one that's just got like a bunch of little circles all over it, and I figured I would use that one a lot too, so that's why I'm doing it on a cutting mat. That way it'll last longer. These ones here I probably won't use as much, even though they are cute. I'm going to go ahead and let this cut. It's probably going to take a while because it's cutting 4 times and it's a lot. I will be back when it's done. Okay, so it did work. I missed a spot here because one of the pieces got stuck to it, to the blade, and then it missed all this down here too, but that's okay. So yeah, I changed it to cut only twice, but for some reason it still cut 4. I don't know why. Like I don't know if I was supposed to go back and go back in. So yeah, it still cut 4, and then like the little pieces were falling out and one of them got stuck to the blade. It did work, and so I'm gonna go ahead and try one more. I'm gonna change it to 2 cuts instead of 4 because 2 is way too many. I mean 4 is way too many. I cut the hell out of my blade. I mean oh my goodness, I can't talk, out of my mat too. Of course you can't see it. Yeah, I cut my mat. Okay, I'm back. I got it all done, all weeded. It was not fun. I don't know if it needed to cut one more. I mean it did cut out, but like none of the little pieces came off on the mat like they did with this one. So I don't know if I needed to do a little more pressure. I didn't want to cut 3 times. It didn't cut through the mat, so that's good. But anyway, yeah, so it did work, and I made it too big. That's why it cut off on the edge. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew what size my mat was, and I don't know, I wasn't thinking. It's getting late, so I'm getting tired. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and I will see you in the next video. Go ahead and hit subscribe and like the video if you did like it, and I will see you in the next video.